In the 101st Airborne, there was a sergeant named Lehenbauer. His first name was Cleo, but calling him that usually ended in a little knuckle drill. So it was modified to Lee. Sergeant Lehenbauer had hit the silk almost 100 times by the time the 101st had fought its way to undying fame at Bastogne. He was known as Old Indestructible because he never seemed to get hurt.
Easiest money I ever made.
Every time I jump, it makes the bottom of my feet hurt.
Some people say, never look at the ground. Now, how are you not going to look at it? You know, you're swinging up there like a bird that's lost its feathers, and everywhere you look, there's the ground coming at you.
I looked down and saw that meat wagon. The little red cross on top looked about this big. The next time I looked, all I could see was the red cross. I figured I was going to land right in the middle of it.
Hey, what's eating Lee?
Haven't you heard about him and that little French whack lieutenant? He calls her Frog. Everything's getting along fine until somebody tells her what it means. Then she cuts loose with a haymaker that lands our jump boss 2 stools away.
What are you guys grinning about?
Huh? Not a thing, Sarge.
Nah, we wouldn't laugh over a thing like that.
A thing like what?
Like getting clobbered by a French whack for calling her a frog.
Who told you, Mac?
Everybody in the division's heard it by now, Lee.
We're your buddies, and we was the last to hear.
She was a cute little chick. A lieutenant for the French military intelligence. We were getting along just fine until some big-mouth major had to tell her what frog meant, and then zowie. I don't know why that made her so mad. I always liked frogs. I used to keep them as pets.
Hey, Sarge, can I talk to you for a minute over here? You over here for a minute?
Aerial reconnaissance has just discovered that some of our selected jump areas around St. Marie-Église have been booby-trapped by these. It's called Hitler's asparagus. It's too late now to switch to substitute areas. The big show starts tomorrow. For us, it starts tonight. You've all been briefed on your checkpoints. This sand table before you gives you a detailed look at your jump areas. Your platoon will arrive at the drop zone at approximately 2400 hours. The pilots will attempt to release you at this point so that you'll experience minimum casualties from these obstacles. Now, once you get on the ground, assemble your gear as quickly as possible and move to the assembly point, which is the beacon located approximately here. This is the real thing, men. This is the day you've all been training for. It's the 5th of June. We'll jump at midnight. Ground winds at the present time are from west to east at approximately 6 miles per hour. Sky is overcast. We'll go in at a height of 500 feet. Approach is from northwest to southeast. Now, you jump masters, recheck every detail of this area. It's your own backyard starting at midnight tonight. Now, if there are no questions, that's all I have. Titch, hut!
June 5th, D-Day -1. Before the big guns of the battle wagons opened up, before a single GI had set a foot on the beach at Normandy, the 101st Airborne had jumped into France. The June 6th invasion was a success, but the midnight jump of the 101st Airborne was a near disaster. There were 40% casualties in the division. Sergeant Lehenbauer was one of them. By D-Day, +5, he was back in London, in the 2nd Evacuation Hospital, his hands badly cut by shrapnel.
Mac, I've been thinking. How are we gonna get back to our own outfit? You know what they do with guys like us? Ship us to some line outfit that needs replacements.
Not me, brother. I go back to the 101st or I go no place.
Oh, sure. You'll tell them where to send you, all right.
I will. But this wound in my backside won't ever heal. I'll just sit out the war right here.
From the way you landed in the middle of Adolf's asparagus patch, sitting for you won't be too easy. I wonder where that little French whack lieutenant is.
You bucking for another clout and a kisser?
Oh, she wouldn't strike a wounded man.
You call her Frog again and see.
You know, I bet she would at that.
The 101st was fighting as a line outfit in Normandy when Sergeant Lehenbauer rejoined it after 3 weeks' hospitalization.
Fire!
In mid-September, the 101st was called back to England for regrouping for their jump into Holland at Nijmegen. It was at Nijmegen that the legend of the indestructible Sergeant Lehenbauer began to grow.
You and Push him up, Tony, take that house across the road. Porter, you and Johnson take that area over there. Don't go goofing off in that field. It's probably heavily mined all the way to the canal. Tex, you, Bukowski, and Peterson come with me. What'd I tell you about looting?
Looting, Sarge? No, we were just standing here wondering if it was booby-trapped and the door popped open.
Well, you men have been working pretty hard. Maybe you ought to take 5.
5 minutes or 5 bottles, Sarge.
You ask too many questions, Tex. Under battle conditions, a soldier is supposed to be self-reliant. Use his own judgment. Hey, you men! In here!
Hey, Sarge, when are you gonna get a USO show around here? Liven the place up a little.
We could sure use some broads.
This really takes the soreness from the bottom of my feet.
Yes, sir. This is my idea to how to fight a war.
You said it. Wish old Mac was here with us now.
Boy, if that little whack lieutenant could see me now.
Hey, Sarge, when are you gonna get that picture framed?
What picture?
Well, that picture you're carrying around up here. A little French chick who hung one on you back in London.
All right, you guys, on your feet. Rest period's over. The lieutenant catches us gold-breaking like... It's the lieutenant, all right. And he's looking for us.
Hey, Sarge.
Look at that stupid meathead. If he doesn't get out of that field, he's going to be blown apart. Come on, you guys, let's go. Dang fool asked for it, and he sure got it. Come on. Look out, that field is mine. Take care of him.
Uh-oh, here comes the lieutenant.
How'd those bottles?
That one of our men?
It's the medic from the 1st platoon, sir.
Just what bunch of daisies have you gold breaks been hiding behind? And who is that in the minefield?
Sergeant Lehenbauer, sir.
Lehenbauer! What's going on here? Lehenbauer! Ought to have him court-martialed.
Put him on the Jeep.
Lehenbauer!
Yes, sir?
What's the first rule of a platoon sergeant?
Well, sir.
Do you consider taking foolish risks in a heavily mined field using sound military judgment?
No, sir. It was like this, sir.
What's the matter with your mouth? Do I smell wine?
It's my tooth, sir. It must be the medicine.
They got us zeroed in. Let's get out of here.
Okay, let's move out of here.
The lieutenant gave Sergeant Lehenbauer a severe dressing down, but he also put him in for the Silver Star. After Nijmegen, the tide of battle swept relentlessly eastward through France from Normandy to hammer Hitler's legions into oblivion. And the weary 101st were sent as replacements for the hard-hit 5th Armored Division.
Man, this war's getting stupider every minute. Here we are, supposed to be building an arrest area, and now this new lieutenant, this combat observation genius, is posting lookouts in trees and guarding every two-bit bridge like he's expecting a major breakthrough.
He sure is on his side, ain't he?
It has come to my attention that some of the men are not taking guard duty seriously. I was out checking last night. Private Bukowski was supposed to be posted on the bridge. I found him, snug as a bug, out of the wind, down beside the bridge.
I told him he could, sir. He had a good clear view of the road from both ways.
Well, in the future, Sergeant, when I post a man on the bridge, I expect him to be there. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, tonight we're going to do a little more checking. I've got a feeling that some of the men on guard are goofing off. We may be behind the lines, but we're still fighting a war, Sergeant.
I know that, sir. Most of these men are old hands. They're alert when the time comes.
A combat unit is alert at all times, Sergeant. The Germans are dropping suicide squads behind our lines. They plan to infiltrate our headquarters and kill as many high-ranking officers as possible.
You'll excuse me, sir. That sounds like the guff Axis Sally hands out.
You may not take this seriously, Sergeant, but I do. From tonight on, we will be using a new password every day. The password for tonight is metamorphosis.
Meta who?
From now on, we'll be using words the Germans can't catch on to so easily. Now tonight at 2400, you and I will begin our little tour of inspection.
If the lieutenant doesn't mind, I'd like to be excused.
Why?
Because, sir, just a few nights ago, Bukowski was jumped by a German and almost got his throat cut. The men started getting trigger-happy along about midnight. Sneaking up on them unaware, we might get our heads blown off.
Nonsense. You're coming with me, Sergeant. That's an order.
I'm sorry, sir, but you can't order me to commit suicide.
You're going on report for this, Sergeant.
As the lieutenant wishes, sir.
So they call you Indestructible, huh? That is all, Lehenbauer.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing, bugging for mess, Sergeant?
Hey, Sarge, look who's here.
Mac! You old son of a sea cook. Where'd you jump from?
Hi, Tex.
How'd you find us?
It wasn't easy, Lee. You boys left a trail a drunk snake couldn't follow.
How'd you get out of the hospital? I heard you were there for the duration.
The nurse and I got on pretty cozy. She tipped me off they were going to send me to a new unit, so I just packed off and I left.
I've got some feelers out to find the 101st. When I locate them, we're gonna blow this outfit. Gone like the buffalo. Mac, you're a college man. What does metamorphosis mean?
Metamorphosis?
Lieutenant's mad at some of the boys. That's a new code word for tonight.
Metamorphosis?
Metamorphoses. I can't.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, I can't say it.
What you reckon that was?
That's probably that nosy lieutenant. Sarge Wormy might come snooping.
Halt!
Meta? Meta! I think I'll skim around right past his little pink ear.
It's me!
Just who is me?
The lieutenant!
Give me the password, and it better be right, 'cause I got it writ right here.
I tell you, it's me! Lieutenant Patterson! You recognize me? My voice!
In the dark, I don't recognize nothing but the password. I'm gonna start counting, and if you ain't give it to me by the time I get to 10, I'm gonna spray this whole countryside with this M1. Go get the sergeant.
Don't shoot anymore. This is Lieutenant Patterson. I give you my word.
There's only one word I'm interested in, and that's the one I got writ right here. So here goes. 1, 2...
No, Private, I can't remember it. It slipped my mind.
3? That's just too bad.
I tell you, the 101st is shacked up near a place called Shanbrun. Right smack in the cognac country.
Are you sure?
There's only one way to find out. We just take off and go there.
Sarge, you better come quick. Tex got the lieutenant cornered up near the bridge. The lieutenant froze up. He can't remember the password.
Come on, let's go.
9. One more to go.
No, please, you can't. Don't shoot.
Hold it, Tex. Don't shoot.
Oh, hiya, Sarge. I think I treat me a German. At leastways, he can't give me the password.
I think it's Lieutenant Patterson. Is that you, Lieutenant?
Yeah. Sergeant Lehenbauer?
That's right, sir. Your identity has been established, sir. Come on out.
Sir, you mean it was you all the time?
Stand to attention. You knew it was me. You haven't heard the end of this.
But sir, the password, you're the one that gives them out. Madam Uzis?
Tex, was you really gonna shoot him?
Nah, just send his ears a little. So remember easy word next time, like, Madam Uzis or...
Out. I'm taking your name off report, Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
In view of what happened, I think that you were justified in refusing to accompany Lieutenant Patterson. Off the record, Sergeant, in your opinion, do you think that Private Cahill recognized Lieutenant Patterson?
I'm sure he did, sir, but I can't prove it.
Do you think that he would have shot the lieutenant if you hadn't intervened?
No, sir, I don't think so.
What was that password again? Metamorphosis?
Yes, sir.
About your request for the members of the 101st to rejoin their old outfit, I submitted that for approval, and your orders came back this morning, and you men may take off today.
Thank you, sir.
I've been in the shooting war long enough to know that a man's outfit gets to be like his family. He fights better for it and with it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, sir. And if they come looking for Sergeant Mackin, saying that it's AWL, tell them they can find him with the 101st near Chambron in the Cognac country.
I will. Thank you, and goodbye, Sergeant. Send in Lieutenant Patterson on your way out.
Yes, sir. Sir, the captain wishes to see you.
No one gave you at ease, Lieutenant. I understand you wish to file charges against Private First Class Tex Cahill.
Yes, sir. I think the charges are justified, sir.
Well, let me see. You were approaching Private Cahill's guard post, and you were challenged so abruptly that you forgot the password. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
And the password was metamorphosis?
Yes, sir.
Very well. Of course, you realize that from now on, you will be known as Lieutenant Metamorphosis, the guy who couldn't remember his own password.
I don't care, sir.
You may not care, but I do, Lieutenant. An officer of mine is not going to be the laughing stock of the entire battalion. Lieutenant Metamorphosis. You file these charges, Lieutenant, and you'll be laughed out of the Army. Well, even the majors and the colonels sitting on the board won't be able to keep a straight face.
You think it's inadvisable, sir?
I not only think it inadvisable, but downright ridiculous. It's no disgrace to be afraid in this war, Lieutenant, but don't try to shove the blame onto someone else.
I understand, sir.
Then I take it you wish to withdraw these charges.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Good. That will be all, Lieutenant. Oh, by the way, Lieutenant, what are the passwords for tonight?
Yankee Doodle, sir.
Yankee Doodle? Don't you have a lot of Southerners in your platoon?
Yes, sir.
You'd better make it Dixieland.
Yes, sir. Dixieland it is, sir.
The captain knew what he was talking about. Men function better as fighting men with their own outfits and among familiar comrades. The 101st Airborne, united once again, was hurled into the breach at Bastogne.
Move out! Rogowski, come here!
Overrun by the great German thrust in the Battle of the Bulge, they hung on to break the impact of the last major effort of Hitler's war machine. The 101st Airborne and Bastogne are names that will live in American history, along with Bunker Hill, Valley Forge, and Gettysburg. And Sergeant Lehenbauer, indestructible to the end, was awarded by a grateful nation its highest awards. In case you're wondering what happened to the French WWII lieutenant, Sergeant Lehenbauer finally caught up with her. In fact, he married her.